Hello everyone, let's try to solve the lab exercise 9. Okay, look at the lab exercise. So this exercise, there's only one task. Ask you to create a test project, test 10 one-liner functions, right? Test 10 one-liners. So first we need to set up the project, create function, test the file, implement function, write test. Okay, let's start. Alright, so we come to here. Sorry. So we make directory, lab solution, lab solution, right? Create a project, npm initialize, create project, and install jest. Okay, so we have the lab solution package here. Right, so installed, and then we need to change the test. Change the test to jest. Okay. Alright, so that's jest, and now we can run test. Okay, so there's nothing to test yet, right? Okay, now we create the project file source. On the source we create one-liner function, right? Function.js, and also we create another file called one-liner functions.test.js. Right, create two files. The first one is the function file, and the second one is the test file. Now we look at these functions, right? So come to here, we implement functions, need to implement filter event. Okay, we look at this function longest word. Try to get these functions here. Alright, so we need to write function okay, function filter event, right? We need to create a function filter event equals, we need to create sum of squares. We need to create a function from the longest word. Okay, maybe we try the first three first. Okay, so the filter event, so that's input an array and return array with all the event element, right? Filter. Okay, so that's return all the even element. Sum of square. For the sum, we use reduce, accumulate current value, and return accumulate plus current value times current value, right? And the int value is 0. Okay, and the longest word. This can also be create. So look at this question. Write function that returns the longest word if there's multiple similar words that return. So the input is words, right? The input is array. So we need to array dot reduce. Okay, return and the current word, right? Okay, return. If we need to return the longest one, so if the current one is longer than if the current one is longer than the return, dot larger than dot. If longer than that, we return word, right? Otherwise, we return. And the initial value should be empty string. Okay, look at your current word longer than the return word. Return the current one. Return. Okay, that looks all right, right? Okay. And we export. Export equals. I need to export filter event sum and okay, here it's got problem. It should be a function, right? Should be a function. Find the longest word. Okay, we test the first three functions first, right? We import filter event find longest one sum of square, right? We put this first. Let's say first and describe, right? So for the testing one, always create the first part is the description and the second part is function, right? So that's the way to create a test. Okay. Of one liner functions, right? Come to here. Then we come to the test. Because this automatic completion sometimes not correct. The same as the describe. This is the string, and here is the function, right? Okay, we test the filter event first, right? So we expect the array filter events 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dot to equal 2, 4, right? So that's what we expect. We can also expect empty array equals empty array, right? Try first. Okay. Look. Oh, sorry. So this is not the. Okay. This is not the module part. Because should use this one. Require function. Also, this one need to have the JS, right? Otherwise, not able to process correctly. Try again. Okay, it works. All right, you can add more test cases, but to save time, we just use these two. And then we come to do more. This one is found the longest words, right? Longest word, and Okay, here is array of words. Okay, try to put array of words. This is a test good great test like. Okay, so we look at this one is 34114215541, so it should return grade, right? To equal okay, look at this. Received this one. We expect grade, so we look at the function. Longest word. Return reduce if word dot length larger than okay, this is spelling right. Spelling length. Spelling. Okay, that works. Alright, so finish this one. Try to do the third task. The third one, of course, you can add more test cases, right? Because save time, we just use this one. The third one is sum of square. Here, in the description section, you can put more information here, right? But in this case, we just put the name of the functions. Okay, what this should be? 25, 16, 20. Look at me calculate. 41, right? 41 plus 9 equals 50 plus 55, right? That should equal 55. Okay, it can be this to be 0. Okay, try test if this is correct. Yeah, passed. All right, so the first 3 finished, and then we try to do more stuff. Capitalize words. That function that take string and return the string with the first letter capitalized. Okay, capitalize all are all true, right? Values predict async fetch. Okay, we probably take the 3. Control C. Capitalize word are all true. Third one, I think. Okay, so here. All right, that's 3 from capitalized words. So this input is a string and return a string dot. Right, we probably use match. Use match because we want to return a string with words. Okay, so this start, boundary, and multiple word, right? So that's the word. Okay, and we need to match global, right? Okay. This is return a string of, this return an array of words. Next one, we need to do the capitalize. Okay. oh, sorry, this is not right. We still need to go back, right? We probably use the split dot dot map. Okay, word. Return the first word to uppercase plus or dot slice 1, right? Okay, and then join with space. Okay, so look at this one, capitalize, split word to first word to capital and slice. All true. So this is the function take, look at it. So this is the function take a values that array and predict. So that is a function, right? Return true. Okay. Values. Right. Okay. And okay. And return values dot. Sorry. Return values dot array predict. Okay, because this predict take the one value as the input, therefore we can just use that way, simplifies that. The third one is async product, right? Async product. We try to create the function. Look at the function. Function, we input ID, right? Use promise if ID is positive, successful. Otherwise, okay, that's probably okay. Equals ID return a new promise. So the promise take resolve and reject as the parameter for another array, right? Okay, we probably use one liner so that ID larger than 0. Resolve ID, right? Otherwise, reject. Through new reject. Wrong. Something like that, right? Let me see. New promise. Let me check what's the problem. Probably remove this one too. New promise. Return new ID, right? Okay. New promise. Resolve reject. ID larger than that. Reject. Otherwise, right? This looks correct. Why this doesn't compile? Oh, expect this. Oh, right. This comma. Sorry. Okay, this should be comma because it's two methods, right? Okay, now we have the three functions. We come to capitalize word are all true and async product, right? Okay, so we have the module export this, come to here to this one, we remove this. Okay, so all the functions are import capitalize words, right? So that is, we use this test. Capitalize word. Okay, we probably just use this as example. This is a great test Lex, right? Something like that. To equal, so the return should be also the same string with all the Lex L test great is okay. Let's try it. It's wrong. Let's see. Split. Tested offline and from split. What's the problem? Look at the function. It was split. Yes, what's the problem? A split. Word. Look here. Capitalize. Right. So this split dot map word dot join. Right. Can't find anything wrong with that. Capitalize word. Look at string dot split is not a function. So the input should be a string, right? Let's look at the input. Sorry, the input should be a string. Oh, here we forgot to remove the array. So array doesn't have a string method. Okay, pass. All right, so we look at the next one is all true, right? All true. We probably use this one as example. All true. Are all true, right? So the first part is array, and the second one is a function, right? So the function is v equals all v smaller than 10, right? So that should be true. Okay, so we remove this. Create all of them larger than 3 to be false, right? Okay, so just simply to do the test. Okay, passed. The last one is async fetch product. Okay, this one is a little bit special. We need to look at this one. This one is a little bit special because it's used promise. Right? It's used promise. Because it's used promise, so that we just try to use async and await. This one need to be changed to async, right? This one need to sync. And when we expect, we need to await. Expect, right? Await, expect. So the first one to this, we want to take one parameter. One, right? It's supposed to take one parameter. And this dot resolves to be one, right? Okay, let me try this, see if it works or not. Yes, it's right. So when you come here, result will be 1. So if we should this to be 10, this also need to be 10, right? If it's none, I will look. Okay, false. So expect 10, 9, receive 10, right? Expect 9, receive 10. So, okay, that's good. Try again. Okay, pass. Now we need to test the reject situation. So if we input a -1, right? So this is not resolved, reject. Rejects to through wrong ID, right? Because it's wrong error. Okay, passed. All right, so this one works. We still have, we finished 6 of them. We still have 4 more, right? Okay, look at the 4 more. The extract. Extract email. Remove duplicate. Count word. Flatten array, right? 4 of them. Okay, we have 4 more to go. Extract email. So the input is a string. We try to look at the description. Function, this text, right? Use a regular expression from all email address in a given piece of text and return the array of return a mass array, right? So return array. Okay, so that one is use text, use the regular expression, but match email part, right? Okay, so the point is we need to get the email. So we use global because we return an array, right? We probably ignore the case. Okay, so for email, we know the email must have a @ sign, need to have a dot sign. After the dot, we're going to have to that, something like that, 2 or more, right? So that's the domain section, domain showcase. Okay, So before this part, we need to have word, right? We need to have word, and also we can also have dot as well, and also we must have multiple dim, and this followed by the end of that. This also start with the beginning and the end, and the beginning section we also need to have word, and also we can have dot, and we must have multiple of them. Okay, so this match. So this extract email, remove duplicate. So that is array, remove the array. Okay, return. Let me see. Okay, new site. Okay, return the array of the new site, change array to a site, and also use this to spread the expression to change back to array, right? Count word. Okay, count word. Look at this. Count word equals. Look at the description of the task. The read function read inputted sentence, return object with each key is word and with key value is okay. Alright, so we need to look at the word. Okay, so the input is also a string. Firstly, we need to get it to array, right? Dot match. Here we use the global ignore case. No, probably take case as well. Ignore BB, so let's come to words, and here we need to have word multiple word, right? Multiple characters, right? So this come to a word. Okay. Once come to here, we need to come to second part. We need to create an object with the word count. Okay. So map, not map, reduce. Reduce, we have the return, we have the word, current word, right? Function, return, so the initial is empty object. So the return is also an object, right? But we cannot use this because if we use this consider this as a block of code rather than an object. So we need to have that one covered. Okay, so this return the same object, but for the word is used as a key, right? As a key, and the value is, so if the word exists, otherwise it's 0, right? So if this value exists, otherwise it's 0, this one plus 1, right? Okay, look at this code. Match come to individual word, this come to word. Okay, that's right. Flatten array, right? So input an array of arrays and return an array of single layer. Okay. So the also use reduce. So we see reduce is pretty powerful. Return current one, right? Okay, and also we need the initial object is empty array, right? So the return, we get the return, right? And we check if the current one is array or not. We use array dot is array still current one. If it is array, If it's array, we're going to return dot there. Return flatten we need to call the flatten again, and also okay. Otherwise, we just return okay. Okay, something wrong with this function. Let's have a look. Reduce return array. Okay. We probably need to cover that into a brackets. Okay, array this array let me see what's the problem. Why it doesn't cannot recognize this question mark. Return this current one. Right, probably cannot put it this way. Maybe we just try to remove that. This array, probably try to use that. Okay. If this is array, return return that and flatten array. Otherwise, return that. Okay, so this is the correct structure because we put the ternary operation inside here. That's probably difficult for the parser to understand. So we put the ternary operation outside. So if that's array, we return this flatten this array, right? Otherwise, we return that. Okay, so that's flatten array. Finish, right? Finish everything. Now we add this for new command. Look at capitalize. All true, I think. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now we need to add them into the export. Extract email. We need to have remove duplicate. Also, we need to have the count words, and the last one is flatten array. Okay. All right. So here is complete list of the one-liner functions here. Put them all into this part. Put them all into here. And we need to extract email, right? Test extract email. Probably just use this one. Extract email. Okay, you have no email here, right? We put email. Tom8 is dot. Right, it's one email, and Jerry is test dot. Here, right, another email. Dot b8 doesn't. Okay, that's the third email, right? So we probably don't need to do too many of them. Right, okay. Like that. Okay, so we try to equal this. It's going to return an array of 3 emails, right? Tom. And second one is Jerry, and the third one is this. Okay, we probably can try more complex email pattern, but for this, to save time, we just try use the simple one. Okay, try to do the test. Extract email. Okay, passed. All right, so the second one is remove duplicate. Remove duplicate, we probably use this one to do the test, right? Remove duplicate. Okay, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can do 2, 1, 7, 2. Maybe like this. They should equal 1, 2, 5, 7, right? 1, 2, 5, 7. Here we add another one. We should equals 3, 3, 2, 1. Right? Okay, test this. Wrong. Check. 3 to 1. What's up? Expect to equal what? It doesn't give. Oh, remove duplicate. Okay. Okay. The function name is not correct. Okay, passed. 2 more counter words, right? Counter words. Counter words we'll probably use this one to modify this to do the test. Counter word. Oh. Okay, I think I have copied to put into the wrong place, right? I put into here. Extract email, capitalize word. Yes, this is what I copied. Just try to check. Yes. Counter words. Okay, kind of this great test. It doesn't have much things, right? Like this good test. And okay, 2 minutes. this grid test, grid test, this grid test, grid test, this is okay. Maybe just something like that. So return object. Look, this we have two. This we have two. A we have two. Grid. We have how many grid here? 2 as well, right? Test 1. Okay. Okay, we try this test for. Oh, right. So the return is like this. 1 grid. Okay. Probably need to have a look about the function, why they got this string here. Counter word. Word. So what's this one? Return word equals. Oh, sorry. It should be return word. Right? No. Yes, that's right. It's the return word, so that's the key. We still have 1 more to go, right? The last one is flatten array. Flatten array, we probably just use this one to test. Flatten array. Flatten array. Copy to here. Okay, we could just use 1 test, right? So this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, probably just simplify, not make it too complex. We put this to be a nested array, to be another nested array, and to be the 3rd nested array, right? And the return should equal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Okay. Let me see what's the problem. Flatten array. Flatten array. Okay. Okay. Try. Okay, passed. So you can add more tests to see that, but this just describes the solution for this exercise. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.